our emotions and our feelings make things feel so real for us. Your emotions and feelings don't manifest, but it does make things feel real. What's up, y'all? So I normally do an intro, but we're skipping it today just for the sake of my voice. I intend that you are able to understand me and just get the message clearly that I want to give in this video. As you all know, if you've been here before, today is Monday. It's Motivation Monday. And the thing that I want to give you motivation on for this week is dealing with intrusive thoughts. I feel like that is something a lot of us can experience, and you may be getting information from different places on how to deal with these intrusive thoughts, and sometimes I feel like that information isn't really beneficial, especially if it is telling you that you need to ignore these intrusive thoughts, you need to block them, you need to, basically run away from them. I feel like when you are in that mindset of, okay, I notice I have these thoughts, but I'm not supposed to have these thoughts, so let me not think about this thing. It causes a little bit of tension, in my opinion, within the body, and it can basically throw your nervous system out of regulation. It can cause you to experience more stress that you don't even need, right? So, just from my perspective, dealing with intrusive thoughts shouldn't have to be a difficult thing. It shouldn't be a stressful thing. It shouldn't feel like a battle. I really intend that it could be an easy process for you, so that way you get rid of these intrusive thoughts as fast as possible. In my opinion, I do believe that when you are experiencing, intrusive thoughts, opposing thoughts, it's coming from the state of being that you are in, right? Your thoughts are a reflection of your state of being. So if you are currently in a state of being where you are being triggered, being emotionally triggered, you are experiencing a circumstance that has now, that wasn't in your favor, that you weren't maybe expecting to experience, and now it has caused you to go into this panic mode. You know what I mean? And those intrusive thoughts, again, are just connected to that state of being. You're triggered. You are seeing a circumstance. So you're basically triggered, right? And now your thoughts are matching that. And the goal here is to basically get you from the state of being that you are in, where those intrusive thoughts exist, to a state of being where those intrusive thoughts do not exist. All right. And the way that I do it, okay, and I have in my own reality, I have practiced this, and I have practiced it diligently, to where I notice when something may trigger me, right? And where I used to spaz out, I used to react. I would have so many opposing thoughts, and I felt like I was fighting them, battling them. I felt like I was being attacked, like all of that type of stuff, right? But being diligent enough to realize everything is still you. There's nothing you're fighting. There's nothing you're battling. There's nothing you have to run from. Nothing has to be difficult. Nothing has to be hard. It is all you at the end of the day. Okay? So taking that accountability and then having the awareness to have your affirmations, right? Your affirmations are just thoughts that you are selecting, thoughts that you are choosing to think, that are aligned with the state of being that you desire to experience, because the state of being is what your reality is reflecting. Okay? So when you have intrusive thoughts, have your affirmations ready. That's one of the best things that I can tell you. Have your affirmations ready. All right. So let's use health as an example. Let's say you go to the doctor and you are told that you have something like high blood pressure, right? And you immediately accept what the doctor tells you as true, even though nothing outside of you in your reality can dictate what is true for you. But when you are in situations where you are giving your power away, for instance, when you're going to the doctor, you're giving your power away, right? You can always make it work in your favor, but in my opinion, I feel like you're giving your power away when you go to the doctor, and you allow them to tell you things that you are accepting as your truth. So, like I said, you go to the doctor, they tell you have high blood pressure, right? And you accept that as true. So now what happens? You have all of these intrusive thoughts because your reality just triggered you. Now, no, you may not have been walking around saying, oh, I'm going to have high blood pressure one day. But if you have family members who have high blood pressure and they're telling you, oh, it's hereditary, high blood pressure runs in the family, my belief on that, no chronic illness, none of that is hereditary. None of that stuff is hereditary. Yeah, it seems hereditary because it has been passed down from all the generations, but it's been passed down through beliefs and assumptions because it's been told to you and it's been accepted as true because you have a visual experience of it being true from somebody close to you. So now you accept that as your belief and then you experience it. So I don't believe anything is hereditary, but that's like a whole nother video. But anyway, so now you weren't affirming that you have high blood pressure, but you've been told it runs in your family. So then it has to reflect in your reality. You go to the doctor. Now you're told that you have it. So now your thoughts are what? I have to be careful because of this, because of high blood pressure. The doctor said I can't do that because of high blood pressure, and you're triggered. You have intrusive thoughts. You start thinking negatively. And what that does is that eats away at you. Okay. And you are then still creating. You are always creating your experience in every single moment. So you are then creating your reality based upon these thoughts, these worries. And then it starts to feel like you're on a hamster wheel. You're on this cycle of never ending, just stuff of what you don't want to experience. What your duty is to, in that moment, right? You go to the doctor, they tell you have high blood pressure. When you leave that doctor's office, you are to align yourself with the version of you who is perfectly healthy. And you got misdiagnosed. You actually don't have high blood pressure. You can make your affirmations whatever you want, okay? But you are to tell yourself how healthy you are and that you don't have it. The doctor misdiagnosed you. They were wrong. They made a mistake, whatever you want to say. And what happens is when you notice that you are being triggered, okay, you may go check your blood pressure because, that's what you're told to do. You go check your blood pressure and the numbers don't look good. Instead of confirming that the numbers don't look good, all right, you tell yourself, you remind yourself, no, I'm perfectly healthy. My numbers are always perfect. Right? Because your subconscious does not have eyes. Your subconscious cannot see what you physically see. So if you confirm to your subconscious what you are seeing with your physical eyes, something that you do not like, your subconscious only knows what you tell it as true, and it will continue to give you that. So if you want your numbers to look better, then you are going to tell yourself how your numbers are always good every time you check. I intend that this is making sense, okay? So in moments of being triggered, you are still to affirm what it is that you want. Because as long as you continue to affirm and play with the thoughts of things that you do not like, you are still creating because you are manifesting at all points throughout your day. And I know sometimes you could just be sitting on the couch chilling. You could be sitting in the car and thoughts come to you. They just kind of come out of nowhere sometimes, right? They come to you and they are intrusive, and then you start beginning to worry and panic, and you're just like, I want to get rid of these thoughts. I just don't know why they keep coming up, and what about this and what about that? No, it is your job to stop yourself, okay? The first thing is to just acknowledge it. Okay, just acknowledge the intrusive thought. I feel like running from it is the worst thing that you can do. Trying to ignore it, it's almost like you're just suppressing it. And what happens when you suppress something? It usually builds up until you reach a breaking point, and then it all just boils over and it just comes out like a firecracker. So instead of doing things like that, just acknowledge it. Sit with it, okay? You can sit with the intrusive thought. Talk to it, okay? Why are you here? Why are you bothering me? This is not my reality. This is actually what my truth is, right? What is your reason for being here? What is the benefit from you being here? talk to the thought. It's you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you. It all comes from you. So again, there's no battle, there's no fight, there's no running, there's no none of that. Just acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. I know you've been probably told, just ignore it, don't look at it, you don't see it. There's a difference between, because I do in my videos say to detach from things that you don't like, right? And that includes intrusive thoughts. But there's a difference in detaching and ignoring, okay? And ignoring in the sense of having to run or fight or battle with something. Because when you are in that type of ignoring state of being, you are still emotionally reacting. You're still emotionally, aligning with this thing. But when you detach, your emotions are not involved. Yeah, the thought may come up, the intrusive thought may pop in, but you don't emotionally react to it, right? And I feel like when you don't emotionally react, that helps you to disassociate yourself with this intrusive thought, okay? Because our emotions and our feelings make things feel so real for us. Your emotions and feelings don't manifest, but it does make things feel real. So when you can learn to just detach from the feeling of feeling this thought, feeling this intrusive thought, feeling it out as if it was real and happening and whatever. When you can detach from that, I feel like there's power in that. And again, I intend that that makes sense for you. But just to bring this all full circle, what I want you to take away from this video is this. There is no battle with your intrusive thoughts. They are just from you. You are most likely experiencing these intrusive thoughts because you are triggered by your 3D reality, or you are dwelling in a state of being where you are persisting in a thought of something happening that you don't want to experience. And like I said before, you're persisting in the unseen anyway. You're just persisting in something you don't want that you can't see, right? And even if you can see it, you don't confirm it to your subconscious. So whether you see it or not, your duty is to separate yourself from the intrusive thought by acknowledging it, talking to it if you need to. I see it. I understand that you are coming from this previous version of myself. You are coming from this state of being that I was once in because I unconsciously created this thing. But now I am aware that I create my reality. I am aware of how you got here, but you're no longer allowed to exist in my reality because this is my truth. And then you tell yourself what it is that you have right now, what it is that you want to experience, okay? Because you decide your truth. Your thoughts don't decide for you, okay? They do, but you're still choosing the thought. So you choose the thoughts that align with what you want. Don't run, don't battle, don't fight. Just sit with it, okay? Sit with it. Understand how it got there if you need to. It doesn't matter. That's not a requirement. You don't have to. Whatever brings you a sense of peace, all right? And you just see what's in front of you. You understand it. Cool. But then from that point, moving forward, be mindful. Just be mindful. So when you notice those intrusive thoughts trying to creep in, no, you don't exist in my reality. No, that's not my truth. No, this is what it is for me. This is what I'm experiencing. This is my desire. Okay? And you persist in that. You don't have to affirm all day long. You can just affirm when it pops up. And once you do that and you stay consistent to that, your state of being changes. And because your state of being changes, your thoughts also change. These intrusive thoughts, again, are just linked to a state of being that you are existing in. And to get you to another new state of being, a better feeling state of being, you use your thoughts. You think your way into a new state of being, and your new state of being reflects into your reality, okay? And you see your states of being, you see your beliefs, your assumptions in your physical experience. So if you're somebody who has been dealing with intrusive thoughts, I just want you to understand that you're not fighting anything, okay? You are just fine. You are not messing up your manifestations, all right? Your only job, the only thing that I want you to do is just start being more mindful, because your thoughts do not control you. you control your thoughts. If you need to use a technique, do robotic affirming, okay? Or do meditation. Those are my two favorite when you are noticing a influx of intrusive thoughts that you feel like are just coming at you and they're a battle. Do one of those two. Try robotic affirming, because when you are robotic affirming, you are saying your affirmation at a faster pace. So you're not able to think a bunch of different things, right? You're only able to focus on this one affirmation, and you do start to feel better. You can meditate. Meditating is very relaxing, and it calms the nervous system, right? So then these intrusive thoughts just go away. You come out feeling a lot better. Say your affirmations out loud if you need to. Speaking out loud, you can hear yourself talking, hear yourself saying your affirmation, hear yourself stating your truth, and then you are not able to think about the intrusive thought. All right? Just don't feel so stressed out about it. Don't feel like you are being defeated, because you're never being defeated. It is all you. Everything is you. You are your reality. You are the universe. You are God. You are the creator of your entire experience. So don't allow an intrusive thought to make you feel depleted, to make you feel less powerful, to make you feel like you are a victim to your own mind, because you're not. You are stronger than those thoughts, and you can prove it to yourself. And you will prove it to yourself when you practice mindfulness and awareness. All right. Practice those two, and just be aware when those intrusive thoughts are trying to come in. No, do what you know to do. State your truth, do your affirmations, and stay consistent. All right. That's all you have to do, and everything will change for you. Because what happens is, once you shift your state now comes with new sets of thoughts. And those new thoughts are not intrusive thoughts. Those intrusive thoughts don't even exist. And your reality matches that. It shows you that. It shows you that this is your truth, okay? So if you have any questions or comments for me, please leave them down below. If you would like guidance or assistance with your manifestations, I do offer phone and email coaching. The link is in the description below. If you would like to be a part of my YouTube membership, I do have 2 tiers. I have the Creator Circle and group coaching. The link is also in the description below for those. If YouTube membership is not available in your country, I do offer it on Patreon as well. If you watch this video until the end, through this madness, I appreciate you so much, and I will see y'all in the next video.